Speak Student.
Respecting differences, a la Shmook. Laura and Sanvi were the best friends all through high school. But school's over now, and Sanvi decides she wants to move back to where everybody knows her name. Yeah, no, not there, not Cheers. There, India. Laura promises to visit, and after months and months of working overtime, she pulls together enough money to travel there. After a long flight and far too many Nicholas Spark adaptations, seriously, she now knows the real person behind the barf bags, she steps off the plane in India. And to welcome her, Sanvi's mother prepares a feast. Samosas, rice, butter chicken, tandoori chicken, naan, and everything's amazing. Laura wishes she could have her mom's cooking with her right now. Yeah, ooh. Because Laura's a guest, she's careful to remember all of her manners. No elbows on the table, no slurping, and definitely no burping. Oops. Laura's mortified, but Sanvi's mother seems pleased. Sanvi explains to Laura that her mother regards burping as a sign of contentment. If her guests don't burp after a meal, she takes it to mean her food wasn't satisfying. Well, this is surprising to Laura. If her mom extinguishes the food by the time it gets to the table, that's good enough. When Laura gets back from India, she tells her grandmother about the dinner. Dear old Granny says she's not surprised. After all, their kind of people aren't exactly cultured. Yikes. Watch out, Granny. Your bigotry is showing. Zip up there. Laura explains to her grandmother that they're no less cultured than anyone else. They just have different customs. And even though it may be different from the way her grandmother was raised, redneck, that doesn't make their customs any less valid. So although Gran might be upset if someone burped their way through her meal, Sanvi's mother would feel the same way if someone didn't burp during her meal. So which is right? Well, no, scratch that. We've got a better question. Is there only one right way to do things? Duh. We're pretty sure you can answer that question without our help, but hey, this is what they pay us the big bucks for. Anyway, the answer is a resounding no. If variety is the spice of life and we keep filling our metaphorical plate with people who are just like us, well, our life buffet is going to be pretty vanilla. And even vanilla gets boring after a while, if not immediately. But if we open ourselves to differences and experience things outside of the norm, we'll have a buffet worth pigging out on. So next time you find yourself treading unfamiliar waters, well, just go with the flow. Yeah, remember Siddhartha?